Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I recently had a comment asking about the trees we have on our land and how they are looking now, since it's been a while since I've shown them really. And basically we have a kind of plantation, so not long after we moved here my parents were wondering what to do with the land. They didn't know if to have grazing animals to maintain it or if to use it more for wildlife and encouraging, species. And what they decided to do was basically have their own plantation of various different trees to encourage more wildlife. And yeah, I thought I would just show you around and how they're looking now, since I guess last time I showed them they were probably only just you could see them sort of coming out of the tree guards, but now it's quite spectacular really when you think about it, that it was only a few years ago really. And further down here we have birch trees mainly, I think these are. So these go quite a long way back. They're really pretty as well, birch trees. I know there's not a lot of leaves left at the moment, obviously with it being autumn, but they're really nice. These are the oaks. And to think how many there are as well, it's just crazy to think how it will look. But I think there's been a lot of battles with the deer, because we have a lot of deer around here, and also the wind, which is relentless. So there's been quite a lot of damage to a lot of the trees, but obviously there's still a lot standing, which is good. But yeah, there's been a lot of storms these last few years, so it's been a bit of a battle. Here is the little patch of the Scots pines. These must be much slower growing because relative to the others they are quite small, but even so they're not doing bad. I mean, they're not as tall as me yet, but they're getting there. So yeah, it will be like a little Christmas tree farm bit around here once these pick up a bit. So that'll be ace when they grow taller. And I don't know if these are they rowan trees? I'm just going by the leaves here. It's hard to tell because they've lost most of them. But I'm pretty sure we do have some rowan trees, so this whole video is just basically going to be me trying to figure out all of these. I do think they're rowan if you look at the leaves here. So I think that's what that must be. Then I'll take you down to the boggy part of the field, which you definitely need your wellies for because it's a bit soggy down here. But there's some here as well which still haven't come out of the tree guards, So that either they're very slow growing or whether they were planted later, I'm not sure. But there are quite a few more down here. And you have these, more of these with these really vibrant berries on them here. So yeah, they're absolutely enormous down here. It's actually insane how fast they've grown. It's like every time I come down here I get a bit of a shock as to how much they've progressed, really. So it's pretty cool to see. They just go all the way down there. And now heading back up the field. I believe these are birches as well, and we've also got more oak trees over here. So there is actually a lot of oak trees. And to think how potentially big they could grow, it would be really cool to see it in the future. So here are the apple trees. There's actually still quite a lot of apples left on some of them. We've suddenly just had a massive amount of apples from these trees, so been eating plenty of apples. But yeah, loads of different varieties. These are really tiny ones actually. Cats are actually up here in their little den area. This is something we've had put up recently for them because obviously with the weather getting pretty cold and windy, it really just gives them somewhere like safe to shelter. Let's see if we can get a clip of them. Hi girls, aren't they cute? Hello. So if you don't know, I don't actually think I've shared this, so you probably wouldn't, but these are our two feral cats, both sisters. On the left is Ruby and on the right is Sapphire. It's kind of hard to tell the difference right now because it kind of just looks like one cat with two heads. But yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous. So although they are feral cats, they have come a long way since we got them. The first day we got them, they would pretty much just sit under the wooden pallet we had, not come out. They were really frightened at first because they were just living in this shed here. They weren't allowed out for a few weeks because they had to get used to their new home, otherwise they would probably just run away. But they've really gained a lot of confidence since we've got them. I mean, the fact I can even stand this close to them is quite an improvement from when we got them. And even Ruby on the left, she can be petted now, so it's really quite amazing considering. So they've got a little shelter up here, sort of built-in wooden box there. Keeps them out of all the drafts and the cold. They do love to snuggle together though and keep cosy. They're actually really young as well though. They were just little kittens when we got them, so that was during the summer. So they're still under a year old and tiny wee things really. See the bunnies all snuggled up together as well. See if we can get a clip of them. Oh, you ran away.